I told you to watch a show where three siblings had tiny penguins following them around that only they can see, and that isn't the main plot of a show, would you believe me? Because that's what I'm here today to talk to you about. Penguindrum, the fever dream of an anime where discussion of fate is the main focus and it isn't boring in the slightest. Before I get into any plot elements, I'll preface this video with the fact the show has scenes involving SA. So trigger warning for SA if you plan to watch this show. Similar to Utena, which was by the same director, the topic of SA is tackled in this show, and I don't want to risk a person blindly watching this without being aware of something that could harm them in some way by viewing a scene involving SA. So if this is something you can't watch, I highly suggest opting out of this series because it happens in the show. Now that the general content warnings are out of the way, let's get into what this show is generally about and see if the themes it tackles piques your interest. Penguindrum follows three siblings, Shoma, Kanba, and Himari, living on their own in their own happy little bubble. But when tragedy strikes them, what will they do to maintain this family staying together? Also, cute penguins are involved, and they are hilarious, because why not have penguins thrown into your show? It's a single season anime running a total of 24 episodes. In terms of genre, it's a family drama series that truly has you on the edge of your seat in a lot of the scenes. There's some comedy, but it isn't too distracting from the anime's serious elements. This show has you going, what the hell is this? Then you learn more and you think you understand where the show is going, but then it has you going, what the hell is going on again? And so you're spiraling down this story with utter confusion as this wild ride of a show, which feels like a fever dream, continues. I think this show was made for big brain people and maybe not for someone like myself. I've never been the type who was good at complicated puzzles, but for people with big brains who can watch this and immediately understand the bigger picture without a person beside you guiding you what the hell the show is trying to argue, well, you'll definitely be fine for this show. Thankfully, I had someone by my side to properly direct me in my weird guesses of what the show was trying to go for in thematic purpose, because without their help, I'd probably be a bit lost. The show concerns the general theme of fate. Some people are fated to die, and others are lucky enough to continue living on. Can you defy fate? Is there a way to save a person who's fated to die? Do you as a watcher even believe in fate? Is the world just a cruel place and we have to live with the fact people will die? There is even a critique of how society breaks people up and forces them into boxes so we cannot connect to one another. Can people connect with each other in a world that tears us apart and only focuses on our own selfishness? These are the sort of questions that you will ask while watching the show, so if you enjoy discussions of fate, problems in our society as a whole, or philosophical concepts of life and death, you'll probably enjoy this show. Penguindrum is directed by Kunihiko Ikuhara, the same person who directed Utena, and if you have watched Utena, then you know his shows discuss themes that can deeply move you. The main difference between these shows, other than the plot itself, is that Utena generally followed the formula which worked well for the time period the show was released, while Penguindrum doesn't have a repetitive formula and is an anime show with a different sequence of events each episode. So it's a lot harder to predict what will happen in Penguindrum. If you enjoy Utena, I will say there's a chance you will also have fun watching this show, especially if you really appreciate Ikuhara's directing choices in Utena. Many of the characters were written well, though I did wish Mazuko was given a bit more depth so we could understand her better. We did gain an understanding of her motivations. I just wish we got to see more of her as a person and not solely just her motivations. Overall, it was a show that I enjoyed due to its strangeness. A lot of weird stuff happens in this show, and you kind of just gotta embrace where the plot is leading you, even if it seems bizarre at first. Because once the show reveals to you what is really going on, well, it gets infinitely more interesting. Check out Penguindrum if you're looking for a psychological drama series with a main cast focusing on a family of three siblings living in a world where they are dealt all the wrong cards. Watch the series to find out how these characters reckon with their fate. If you've already watched this show, leave your spoil-free thoughts on it in the comments. Did you like this show? Not like it? Tell me your thoughts, folks, and if you're a subscriber of mine, I'll see you in my next video. Bye!